Donna Johnson, your host of Idaho Living, and we are here at the beautiful Village Square at the Village at Meridian, and we are so excited that you're joining us today. We do have a packed show for you. In fact, the doctor is in. He is talking to us about ADHD and what you need to know. Plus, if you're looking for that new career, we might have an option for you. Our friends from the Northwest Laser Institute and MediSpa are here talking about a new institute that you might want to be a part of. And if you're looking to add an additional family member to your family, especially a furry one, we've got some great advice for you. But first, let's talk about some of the things that are going on here in Idaho. We are so excited to have you here, Erin Candelas, from Create Common Good. You've got some fun things going on right now.
We sure do.
Yeah.
We have a huge festival coming up.
Okay, let's talk about it. What do people need to know?
So it's called the Feed Your Soul Festival. It's presented by our wonderful friends at Lamb Weston. June 24th in downtown Boise at Capitol Park.
Very cool.
We have food trucks and face painting activities for the whole family, beer and live music all day.
Oh,
Yeah.
now are you is this like the new thing? Are we gonna be able to get a little hand tattoo?
You know what? There might be
Or
a
face
chance
painting,
for
right?
henna, but definitely for face painting
Okay.
and some beer and some music for sure.
Awesome. So why are you doing this event?
So this event is benefiting Create Common Good, Boise nonprofit. We've been around since 2008, and this is our first public community fundraiser. And so we are so excited to engage the community about what we're doing here in Boise.
And what do the funds go toward?
So all of the funds raised benefit our job training program.
Okay.
So at Create Common Good, we provide food service training to individuals who may have a barrier to employment. So that would be refugees, women escaping domestic violence, individuals who may be coming out of incarceration and maybe looking for a fresh start in life, some new skills. We build their confidence, give them some new skills, and with the ultimate goal of getting them into a job at a livable wage to help them be self-sufficient for themselves and their families.
Awesome. You guys do a lot. Awesome.
We sure do.
Okay, so
yeah.
where do we find out more information about this fun event and what you guys are doing?
Yeah, so you can go to our Facebook page at Create Common Good, and or you can just search on Facebook for Feed Your Soul.
Okay, awesome. Feeding your soul. I love it. Thank you so much for being here, Erin.
Thanks.
All right, coming up next on Idaho Living, we're taking a look inside Northwest Laser Institute and MediSpa. You'll be able to check out the space from the comfort of your own living room. And does your child have ADHD? Learn what it looks like and how to get help. Welcome back to Idaho Living. You know, as parents, ADHD is always in the back of our minds, wondering, do our children have it? What do we need to know about this disorder, especially when it affects over 2 million kids in the United States alone? Here to help us with all of that information is Dr. Steve Smith from Meridian Pediatrics. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, great to be here. Thank
Okay,
you.
so let's get started. What is ADHD? Because we hear all kinds of letters, right?
Yeah, right.
And we need to know.
So it's an acronym that stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder.
Okay.
We used to think of it as ADD and ADHD. It's all under one umbrella now. And there's 3 types. There's the inattentive type, where people have a hard time focusing. There's the hyperactive impulsive type, where it's a hard time controlling those impulses.
Wow.
And then the last would be combining the both. So
Wow.
inattention as well as hyperactivity and impulsivity.
Okay, so the first thing is probably to diagnose which kind you have, right?
Yeah, so diagnosis is, it's difficult, but also can be done in our office. So
Really?
it requires the opinion of both the family or the guardian as well as the teacher. And then it requires some evidence that the child or adolescent's progress is being affected. So their grades are going down, or there's evidence from the teacher report that they're struggling, not able to achieve at the grade level.
That's hard. Okay, now you say once you've been diagnosed with this, there are 4 main ways that you treat this. So let's talk about those 4 main ways.
Right. So essentially, one of the first way is something called cognitive behavioral therapy. So it's getting with a counselor, working with them, and learning ways to focus your mind, learning ways to control those impulses.
I need that.
One of the things that I tell families is that I like to think of it like a mountain. If a car has an engine problem, and going up that mountain is going to be a struggle. if that same car, a different car, has a brake problem, going down and stopping at the end is going to be a problem. So the brake problem is analogous to impulse control, and the engine problem is analogous to focusing. And therapy helps the child to learn things and techniques to focus their mind. It has nothing to do with intelligence. It's not a learning disability. It's primarily just a person's brain and ability to focus.
Wow. And I think that's important to know, right? I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I think sometimes we feel like, I don't want my kid to have a learning disability, so I'm going to ignore this, right?
Exactly. So they get concerned about that label, but again, it has nothing to do with their cognitive ability. The other three ways include, family therapy. So there's a lot of good literature out of there, out available for families to learn how to structure their home to help a child with ADHD. The third way being the school. So there's something called the 504 plan or an IEP, and the family can advocate to get one of these plans for their child so that they have accommodations to help them learn. And the last, of course, is medicine. And medicines are, a few of them have been around for over 100 years. A lot of families are afraid of these medicines, that they're unsafe, but they've been tested to be safe. There are side effects. We can educate the families on those side effects, but they really do make a big difference.
And how will our parents know that there is some concerns about ADHD? Are the teachers going to bring that up, or do parents usually know that there's an issue, or how do they even know to go to you, Dr. Smith?
Right, so I think you look for symptoms. The symptoms being distractibility, impulse problems, hyperactivity, interrupting conversations, deliberately annoying other people. So those are some of the symptoms that might be noted at home. But then, yes, the school also needs to voice their opinion. There has to be some evidence in another environment that it's also occurring there.
That's not just the parent's perspective that there's an issue.
And the parent can go to the teacher and say, do you notice this as well? Or is my child struggling because they're having a hard time focusing? And then they bring that information to us and we can get a diagnosis.
Wonderful. Okay, so for all of you parents that are watching, if you want to go see Dr. Smith, you can absolutely visit him at meridianpediatrics.com.
That's right.
You're right here in Meridian.
Yeah.
And you are amazing. The kids love
Thank you.
We love you.
Well,
so
it's
thank
great to
you.
be here.
Yeah, thank you for sharing all this information.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you, Dr. Smith. A pet can make your life better and even less stressful, but you have to make sure you pick the right pet. We have the top questions you should be answering before you choose the next animal in your life. Plus, if you're new to the spa scene, Northwest Laser Institute and MediSpa has a few benefits you need to know about. If your family is in the market for a dog, we've got some great advice for you right ahead. In fact, we've invited Dr. Jessica Loweth here from All Valley Pet, and we are so excited to have you here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I think it depends on, when you're picking out a pet, a lot of things go into, determining that, right? How the sleeping patterns, size, age, all that kind of stuff. And we are so excited that you're going to help because at different parts of life, we have different needs, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I definitely think one of the most important things when you're picking out a pet is knowing what kind of dog or cat you're going to get. I mean, certainly dogs are our primary purpose here when we're thinking about our lifestyle.
Yeah.
Certainly if you are working 12, 15-hour days, it might not be the most suitable time in your life to be getting a pet, especially if you're single. But if you're raising a family, you might not want to be getting a super hyperactive dog when you have young children, where you can't really play the work-life balance with the puppy.
Absolutely. Now, who did you bring this? I'm afraid because she's been very, very excited. I didn't know if I could pet her or not. So this is Rue, right?
This is Rue. This is my dog.
Okay. This is your dog?
Yeah, this is my dog. This is Rue. She's a Beauceron. She is a working breed. So here's a highly active dog. She usually goes to work with her dad and gets to run around in the fields all day. He works in agriculture, so that's where our family style works out really well because she gets to go to work, she gets to run around every single day. Whereas if it was just me, I work 12 to 15 hours a day. 3 to 4 days a week, so it's harder for me to have this, but she gets to have a great lifestyle because she's getting to run around every day.
That's awesome. Let's talk about something that would be good for families, especially with the younger kids.
If you want to get your kids kind of getting into responsibility, I think that pocket pets are wonderful. So getting rabbits, guinea pigs, hamsters, things like that, where it can teach them some responsibility in terms of cleaning up after them and basic handling skills, it's very useful.
And you call them, you call them pocket pets?
Pocket pets,
Like
yes.
they're so little you
Yep,
can
they're
find them.
small, and exactly. And cats are often really easy too because they're very self-sufficient. So again, it's just really teaching them the cleanliness and keeping up after them and having simple things to keep up with rather than just training a dog, which can be really tiring for a small kid.
Okay, and you were going to talk about cats, so tell us a little bit
Yes,
about
so
cats.
cats, like I said, they're very self-sufficient. They're really wonderful and they can be very interactive. The one thing I do like to consider when you're having a cat brought into your household with small children is considering that your kids might go and grab them. Not all cats love to be grabbed and pulled on their tails and things, so that's one thing to consider when you're bringing in a kitty cat, whether it's an older adopted one or even a kitten. Just make sure that your children are learning their manners with the
That's so
kitties.
true. We've all seen the little kids that have like a cat claw down their neck, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay, what
Exactly.
about like for a nice retired couple? We don't want a lot of energy. We don't want to have to do, we're on the road a lot. I'm acting like I'm retired.
Sure.
I'm not. But what kind of a perfect pet would that be for them?
So, I mean, a lot of our small breed dogs are great for those, especially those that are traveling in RVs because they're small. They're easy to kind of transport. They can take them on airplanes a lot of the times underneath the seats. So anything that they can be walking around.
Rue's excited.
She's so excited.
we can, Rue, you go play if you want.
I know.
Go play.
She's
You
like, I want to go
play.
bounce in the
Yeah,
fountain
just don't
over
bite
there.
my face. Okay.
Any small, smaller dogs, but really anything that they can be keeping up active with. A lot of older couples are wanting to stay active, so they'll get dogs that are going to keep them walking. So, I just consider don't get something that's a working breed that's going to be too much for you to handle, but as long as you're up for the game, really.
And when you say
anything.
working breed, does that mean you're wanting to? Do you want that? We can hand her off if you'd like.
Just tell her to sit.
We working breed meaning that they go out and they're hard. They need to get some energy
So
out.
Rue, for example, is a very popular working dog over in Europe. She's a French breed, and they use them a lot for police and military. Same with our German Shepherds, our Belgian Malinois, things like that. Those are our working type breeds. Our Border Collies, Australian Shepherds, things like that that are herding. Those all dogs are in need of a lot of mental stimulation and a lot of energy release. Like Rue, she gets to go run around in the fields at work.
She is full of energy, that precious little Rue.
She didn't get to go run today.
So lots of people are, in the market for buying pets and stuff like that. But do you have a couple quick questions that every family or retired couple or newlywed couple, whoever it is, whatever stage in life you're at, need to be asking themselves before that final purchase?
That is one of the biggest questions that anyone ever brings to me. It is a pretty significant financial responsibility. It's kind of like having a kid, right? There's pet insurance options now. There's so many. And the one thing you really need to do is make sure that you're doing enough research to make sure it's going to cover for elective procedures or certain emergency visits. I also always recommend that you just start a savings account, like you're starting a college fund for your kid, because you never know when you might be bringing your dog into me at 2 o'clock in the morning for an emergency.
Yeah, that's hard too.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, thank you so much for being here, Dr. Loeth. You've got allvalleyanimal.com, so people can go there, they can find out about you and all kinds of fun things you do. Any final tips for our viewers?
Just have fun when you're picking them out, do your research, and really visit and take your whole family when you're considering a pet.
All right, Dr. Loeth, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Coming up, I'm sharing some of my favorite ways that you can use to make your summer the best ever. Plus, we're chatting with our friends at Northwest Laser Institute and Medi Spa. See what event they have coming up that you'll want to be a part of, especially if you're looking for a new career. Whether you're wanting to go under the knife or you're looking for an entire career change, we have got some amazing guests for you today. So here joining me is Brooke and Rihanna from the Northwest Laser Institute and Medi Spa. And what most people don't know is you guys also have this institute for women who are looking for maybe a career change and trying something new. So Rihanna, will you please tell us why people want to know so much about this?
I think when they come in, they absolutely love what we do and what we offer. And so I often hear, and I think Brooke does as well, that this is so fun, I love what you do, and I've often thought about, getting into this industry, but they have no idea how to do it. That's when we let them know that we have an institute, and we are the Northwest largest training facility for a lot of the services that we offer.
Wow. So we really took you up on your invitation to come out and check out the institute and find out, especially for our viewers who are looking for something new. Let's take a look.
Hi Hi everyone, welcome to Northwest Laser Institute. Come on inside, we want to show you around. Come on, let's go inside.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Jameson. Welcome to Northwest Laser Institute. This is a wonderful institute. We have medical assisting and phlebotomy programs that we are now offering here. This is a wonderful, robust 14-week course that we offer here. We're all about the students. This is a student-based institute.
Well, one of my favorite things about coming here is just the way that it made it more personable, that you can, relate one-on-one rather than having a large class and not fully getting the attention if you need extra help. They have it to where you can talk more one-on-one.
When you are a phlebotomist, you see everything in the hospital because we travel to the patient. So if you wanted to become a respiratory therapist, for example, you can see what they do day to day. And so it's a wonderful first step.
It's just really amazing to me that right off the bat I'd already got to start drawing blood. I thought that we were going to work our way towards that, maybe later on, a couple sessions in, but right off the bat, we got to draw blood right away.
If you want to get into the medical profession but you don't know what you're going to be doing, being a phlebotomist is a wonderful first step.
That's our tour. Thank you for stopping by, and we will see you at our open house on July 11th.
What a beautiful space. I love it. Thank you for the invitation.
Thank you.
And it feels so peaceful. Why is that so important?
We are different because we want to offer an atmosphere that people feel comfortable at. We want people to feel like they're at home. It's a big family at Northwest Laser Institute. This isn't a place where you come, go to school, and leave, and we never see you again. We want to help you down your career path and offer you the best training that we can and make you feel comfortable while you're there.
I love it. So let's talk a little bit more about the Institute then. So if people want to get involved, what do we need to know?
Often they can go to our website, northwestlaserinstitute.com, and inquire. They can also come in. We offer free tours of our facility. And we have a wide range of classes from laser certification, cosmetic injectable, PRP, platelet-rich plasma, microneedling, and all of these are certification programs.
Wow. And that's good to know that people have to be certified before they do that to our faces,
Absolutely,
right? Okay,
yes.
so why are your programs so different?
So we like to offer small class sizes to complete that intimate setting so people feel comfortable and like they're at home. We have the best instructors. So honestly, hands down, we just now opened up a medical assisting and phlebotomy program.
Oh, wow.
Donna Heathman is our medical assisting instructor. She's phenomenal. She's known for her reputation. She really cares about her students. And Jennifer Jameson is our phlebotomy instructor, and they're just amazing.
Very cool. Now, why should somebody enroll with you guys versus another institute?
Honestly, we're the only local institute in the Treasure Valley, and I believe in the state of Idaho. There are some other options in the Northwest, but like what Brooke was saying, we are personable. We keep our class sizes small, and we really care about our students and their education.
How long does it take for somebody to go through your process?
So it depends what classes they're enrolling in. A lot of our certifications for advanced aesthetics are day classes. The medical assisting program is 8 months, and the phlebotomy program is 14 weeks.
Oh, wow,
so
okay.
anywhere from a day to 8 months, depending on what you're doing.
Okay, awesome. And then you guys have a fun event coming up, right? So tell us
We
quickly
do.
about that.
So we have an open house on July 11th, and it is from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. You can come in, tour the facility, meet our instructors. And the big thing is we are going to be giving away one full ride tuition for our medical assisting program.
Oh, fun!
And that is a value of $7,500.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
So you go to the open house, put your name into the drawing. Oh my gosh, what a cool gift, huh?
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so where do we go to find your website?
So the website for all of our courses, you can find all the different courses that we offer, is northwestlaserinstitute.com.
Okay, awesome. Brooke, Rihanna, thank you so much for being here. You guys look gorgeous as always.
Thank you.
Up next, we're making your summer the best ever yet. Stay tuned for some fun things to make this season great. much for joining us today on Idaho Living. It's so fun to be out in the great outdoors here in Idaho. We're so glad that you are a fan of Idaho Living. You know, we found this amazing blog that has 101 things that you can do to make your summer spectacular. We wanted to share just a little sneak peek with all of you right now, but you can get all 101 ideas out on our Idaho Living Facebook page. So number one, be grateful for the little things in your life. Even if it's quiet time with a good book, or that one day when your little one brings you a flower, stop, enjoy the moment, embrace in that very moment what's happening in your life. It's so fun. Okay, we live in Idaho. There are so many towns all around us. In fact, so many of them are just a day trip away. So grab your family, maybe some neighbors, your girlfriends, pack a lunch, get that picnic, grab the swim trunks, and take the kids out for a fun adventure out in our great state of Idaho. Then how about this? Why don't you make a playlist with all of your favorite songs, especially the ones that take you back to your summer and childhood. It's so fun. And I know that in our car, we like to play, we kind of do a round robin version of our playlist in the car, so everyone gets to win with all this crazy music my son likes to listen to. Also, visit a farmer's market. When is the last time that you and your family strolled around throughout a farmer's market? They are all throughout the great state of Idaho, and they're sporting and flourishing with our very own Idaho produce. I think that you'll really enjoy that. This is a fun one too. Eat outside at least twice a week. I feel like every restaurant downtown transforms into a patio oasis during the summer months. Also, just come on down here to the Village at Meridian. Kick off your shoes, enjoy some girl time, family time, the kids can play. I think you'll have a great time. Again, thank you so much. Visit us online at our Idaho Living Facebook page. We've got all 101 ways that you can have a great summer, your best summer ever. Thanks always for joining us on Idaho Living. We'll see you next week.
Promotional consideration was provided by The Village at Meridian, Village Coffee, Floral Creations, Meridian Pediatrics.